G'day and welcome to Jez Beer Reviews. We're back once again, and this is out of that SwillinGrog beer mail. Maisels Weisse Dunkel. So this is a Hefeweizen Dunkel. This beer, the percentage is 5.2% according to the back of the bottle, and 500ml bottle. So big thanks to SwillinGrog for sending this. It's taken me a long time to get to it, but I've got that, and I've got the Schafferhofer in the can to review. Pretty sure that's all I have remaining from that beer mail. Okay, let's pour it out. I do have a weak glass, but it's at my old man's, so anyway. This beer is normally pretty active. That yeast cake is really settled at the bottom of this bottle because it has been sitting for a while. So the colour, yeah, that yeast cake is sitting at the bottom. Okay, in the glass, it's a somewhat obviously a Dunkel appearance. It's a dark amber appearance, and like I said, it's all that all the yeast and the leftover is caked on the bottom pretty heavily, and I was pretty gentle with that, so you're not going to see that. Over one finger of really creamy head, and being a wheat beer, that head is going to stick around. Proteins in it, but yeah, it looks absolutely dynamic in the glass. The smell, it smells not quite as banana-ish as some of the other wheat Dunkels I have had, but yeah, I'm getting a bit of a nice roasty caramel aroma with a touch of banana, but not a real lot. Righto, let's get into a big cheers to you all, and a big cheers to SwillinGrog. Okay. It's got that wheat body. The first thing you notice is it's got that the carbonation to it is somewhat a little bit sprightly, which you do get in wheats. The body has that kind of wheat. Way I put it is like a watery texture to the beer. The body's just a little bit different. I'm also getting a slight bit of banana, and obviously getting those the darker flavours coming through, similar caramel. Really nice and refreshing. Like I say, the body's a lot lighter than something like a traditional all malt Dunkel, something like a Weizenstein, for example. It really is a refreshing beer. I always find wheat beers are the kind of you've been working all day, you come home, and they're just really refreshing. That's what I used to happen back in the days, back in Germany. They used to have the the working hard in the summertime and having their wheat beers. Germany is so seasonal in their drinking. Flavour's not as intense as I suspected, but it's still very nice and tasting and very easy drinking. Can you session this? Yes, you can for sure. Price point, I'm not sure the price point. I imagine SwillinGrog paid a little bit for this beer, but very it's quite enjoyable. I could really have 2 or 3 of these quite easily. Really would pair well with any kind of food, I would imagine. I'm actually having a T-bone steak reverse seared, and I've done a 24-hour dry brine, so I'm going to leave a little bit of this will be left over, so I'll have the rest with that, so I'm looking forward to that very much. So it's pretty much the German wheat beer Dunkel flavours. It's not a real punch in the face flavour, but it's quite enjoyable and very sessionable. So for a score for the Maisels Weisse Dunkel, I'm happy to give this a score of an A-. Very enjoyable. I'd have it again, no dramas, and it really is quite refreshing, and it's why we love wheat beers so much. Yeah, when you first get into it, I wasn't a big fan of wheat beers, but as you get on and you start drinking more of them, you get a bit of a taste for them, and they're just such easy drinking beers. So big thanks to SwillinGrog for sending this beer. Thanks for watching this episode of Jez Beer Reviews. I'll be back soon. I've got a few in the fridge there. I've got that Schafferhofer. I've got that Shackles from James Squires. I've got the Draft Master 3.5, which is brewed by Asahi. So they're all coming up very shortly. So thanks for watching this episode, and go Tigers, and until next time, see you all later.